Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. We have some major news going on with Palantir Technologies after we saw a major rebound in the stock market on Friday after we saw investors digesting key inflationary data. Palantir rebounds up to $80 and with recent news is now up over $81.50 currently in the overnight trading hours that recently opened on Robinhood. We're going to be talking about some key details with this big announcement, what this means for competitors, especially getting involved in bidding for these governmental contracts, which Palantir has really been in the headlines for recently, and how does this compete also against traditional defense stocks and companies that have to now compete with Palantir. So we're going to get into all the details, what to expect this week. It's Christmas this week, ladies and gentlemen. So hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos. We're growing fast, already hitting 21,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for joining the family. Of course, not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Now, Palantir Technologies had that great rebound on Friday, popping up another 8.5%, closing at 80.55. However, where Palantir trades right now is at 81.60, up another $1. Remember, after we saw the Fed come out with their remarks about what the possibility and what the outlook was for interest rates for 2025, we saw a large sell-off in the market. However, on Friday, that was rebounded rather quickly as investors digested this key inflationary data that actually showed a deceleration in price increases during the month of November. This is very bullish because this goes more towards the Fed's target inflationary rate, which will hopefully increase the chances that we'll see more incremental reductions of the federal funds rate. Now let's talk about the recent news with Palantir. So Palantir came out here with Anduril is in talks with OpenAI, SpaceX, getting involved with Elon Musk to take on defense giants. And you can see here, I like this post on Twitter, Palantir and Anduril Tech coming for the whole damn pie. And that's what they're coming for right now. They are talking with many other different tech companies right here, basically to form a consortium to jointly bid on U.S. government contracts. The Financial Times had reported this today, and this also came from Reuters. And the aim really and the goal of this consortium to work with these different tech companies to take on some of the big people like Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, if I'm saying that right, Boeing, and RTX right here. They're working to negotiate and to figure out a way on how they can secure these governmental contracts. And that's one of the big theories is, are we going to have a Palantir and Elon Musk type partnership? I think that may be coming because Elon Musk just followed Palantir on X recently. So when that comes, I'm not going to be 100% surprised because we can see it gearing up right now. We're also going to see Musk, who, as we know, is going to be on that Department of Governmental Efficiency with the new administration change, has signaled that he's actually going to be targeting Pentagon's spending. And he kind of criticized different types of spending that was wasteful happening within the Pentagon. But right here, if Elon Musk is going to be targeting on these different types of governmental expenditures and working with Palantir that is helping to bring AI and bringing these top Silicon Valley type of pieces of technology into the governmental sector, that collaboration could be huge. And that's why we're seeing a lot of price increase right now for Palantir and a lot of momentum coming into the market. I anticipate for this week, in my own price prediction, I think this is going to continue. Could Palantir possibly be testing $85? We had a large reversal that was triggered in the market. Investors kind of brushing off what we saw from that sell-off that we got on Thursday at the end of the day. We're seeing a rebound here, especially with the last close. NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow Jones, all up over 1%. And where Palantir sits right now here is in this very lucrative position, especially after they just recently extended the Army contract, remember, with the naval system. So the Army contract right here that has a max worth of $618 million. I believe it starts at about $400 million right here, $400 million up to 4 years. So these numerous partnerships continue on with Palantir And looking here for the Vantage system, supporting more than 100,000 users, they're continuing to really be at the top of the totem pole in terms of winning these governmental contracts, in terms of competing. And I think right here, this collaboration, this consortium that they're calling it right here, is going to be a force, power, numbers, do better in groups. You can make more noise, you can make more of a movement, and you can accomplish your goals quicker if you have the right people that come together to work on the same goal. That's what's happening right here. If Alex Karp, Elon Musk, they start coming together to work on bidding and to take on these defense giants, especially with Elon Musk that's going to have close ties to the administration, this is where I'm going to continue to see bullishness across from Palantir, disconnected from its valuation, because we know the valuation is very, very high for Palantir. But the fact that the average volume is up now, continuing to rise, in market cap of $183 billion, Palantir is doing incredibly well. And what we see for options activity for the next week, for end of the week expirations, you now have 16,000 already that we saw on Friday at the $85 strike price. Yes, some puts here, but a lot of calls remaining, still thinking that the stock has room to run. Looking at the market, what we're going to be expecting this week is likely, basically, I would say a little bit of some quietness. This is just due to the fact that we're going to have shortened market hours around the Christmas holiday, consumer confidence, and we're going to see new home sales as well as with the initial jobless claims. Now, the markets are going to be closed on Wednesday for Christmas. Everybody should be spending time with their family, with their friends, with their loved ones. They should probably not be trading. It's what a lot of people would probably be looking at as their portfolio. But on Christmas Eve, we're also going to have a reduction here in the markets closing at 1 p.m. and the bond markets to close at 2 p.m. And then we're going to get reports on consumer confidence, new home sales, and initial jobs claims. New home sales could possibly have an effect on what's happening in the actual housing market in terms of mortgage rates. We're actually seeing them increase due to the fact that we saw more of an outlook of a reduced number of interest rate cuts come 2025. Now, we're going to be looking at the consumer confidence too, and this is all going to be coming out Monday, Tuesday, and that initial jobless claims is not going to be coming out until Thursday. Now, with this shortened week, I'm not going to be personally expecting a ton of volatility, especially as we just recently had a good amount of volatility with the sell-off that we saw earlier in the week, but we saw a big rebound. Personally, I don't think we're going to be seeing a ton of trading craziness happening in the market. Of course, I could be wrong, but what I do expect is Palantir to continue to creep up, or even if we get consolidation here above in the 80s, that would be incredible because this is now sitting at all-time highs. So if we get this open above this $81, if that happens at market open, Palantir will be at new all-time highs as it is right now as we speak. Other stocks that we'll be keeping you guys, of course, on the radar that we've been keeping up to date is we see SoFi having a decent rebound here as it was up in the 17s, came down to about the 15s after we saw that market sell-off, waiting for that rebound. SoFi being a big competitor in fintech and being a big competitor to the traditional banks, I think there's a lot of potential in this stock in terms of what they're actually building from a fundamental perspective. SoFi, we'll see if they continue. A lot of people hoping to see if they can cross the $20 line in the near future. We saw Broadcom right here that did a good job holding off from that market sell-off just due to the fact that this stock has had a lot of steam behind it. Enough steam, I think, to hold from a lot of that sell-off that we were seeing. And looking, of course, at one of the biggest AI stocks that we got out there, NVIDIA, doing well at 134. You can see it hit beneath here. There's a good support level for NVIDIA at 130. Hit beneath here slightly at the 126 with that sell-off, but we had a big reversal triggered at this area. Lots of supports that were being tested, but good support here at the 130. Fell beneath that, quickly recovered though. So I expect NVIDIA to continue to do well. And just looking at some of the other stocks that we've been covering, and especially talking about AMD, this is a big stock that's been on everybody's radar. Why? Is because they've actually been down throughout the whole year. They were just here at 144 in the beginning of December and now already down at 119. I'm going to be doing some more in-depth analysis on AMD. It's starting to get on a lot of people's radar. Could this be a big potential winner for 2025? Now, what do you guys think about Palantir? What are your questions down below? Peace out. Take care. I'll catch you guys tomorrow once we see what happens at the market open and in the reaction to this news. I hope you guys have a wonderful start to your week and, of course, Christmas week. Peace out. Take care.